Today we're going to be reviewing exterior angle theorem. The definition is the measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of the two remote interior angles. So here we have the remote interior inside the triangle and the exterior outside the triangle. And the sum of these two measures equal this exterior angle. 43 plus 58 equals 101. In algebra, using variables, we have x plus y equals z. So now we're going to compare the exterior angle theorem with the triangle sum method. So remember that the sum of all interior angles equals 180 degrees. So here we have 50 plus 70 plus x equals 180 degrees. Now we solve for x to find the measure of this angle. 50 plus 70 is 120. Inverse property of addition is subtraction, so we're going to subtract 120 from both sides of the equation. And now we have x equals 60. So we're not done because we want to check to make sure that this measure is correct. So we add the measures, 50 plus 70 plus 60, and that does equal 180. So x has a measure of 60 degrees. So now we're going to find the measure of angle y. And remember, we have two angles here that create a straight angle. Straight angle is 180 degrees, or two supplementary angles, the sum of those measures equal 180 degrees. So we know that x plus y should equal 180 degrees. And we just found that the value of angle x is 60 degrees. So we have 60 plus y equals 180. Inverse property of addition is subtraction. So we're going to subtract 60 from both sides. And we get y equals 120. But we still want to check. So remember that x plus y is should equal 180, and 60 plus 120 does equal 180 degrees. So we just did the triangle sum method. Now we're going to use the exterior angle method. And remember, the exterior angle method, the sum of the two remote interior angles equals the exterior angle. So we have y will equal 70 plus 50. Y equals 120. And now we have to find the measure of angle x. And remember, these are supplementary angles, or a straight angle, which equals 180 degrees. So we have x plus y equals 180. So x plus y was 120 degrees, equals 180. Subtract 120 from both sides, and we get x equals 60. And we can check to make sure this is correct. 120 plus 60 does equal 180 degrees. Now I'd like you to try example 2 on your own. Choose which method you prefer, either the triangle sum method or the exterior angle method. Go ahead and find the measure of angle x. Pause the video now. So first I'm going to show you the triangle sum method. Remember that this straight angle, or supplementary angles, add up to 180 degrees. So we have y plus 120 equals 180 degrees. Inverse property of addition is subtraction. We subtract 120 from both sides, and we get y equals 60. Well, now that we know what y equals, we can add the measures of the interior angles. And we know that x plus y plus 50 equals 180 degrees. And we already determined that y equals 60. So 60 plus 50 equals 110. And now inverse property of addition is subtraction. We subtract 110 from both sides, and we get x equals 70. And it's always good to check to make sure that the sums of the measures equal 180. So we have 70 plus 60 plus 150 does equal 180 degrees. Now I'm going to use the exterior angle method. And remember, in the exterior angle method, the sum of the two remote interior angles equals the exterior angle. So we have x plus 50 equals 120. Subtract 50 from both sides, and we get x equals 70. We had already found y, their supplementary angles. 120 plus y equals 180. So y equals 60. This is example 4. We're trying to find the value of x. Well, it's in the expression 4x plus 2. It's a little different, but we solve it the same way. So I'm going to go ahead and solve this using the triangle sum method first, and then I will show the exterior angle method. You can go ahead and pause the video if you would like to try this on your own. In example 4, it's a little different because we have x in an expression 4x plus 2, but it's solved the same way. So I'm going to show both methods, the triangle sum method and the exterior angle method. And if you would like to try this on your own, go ahead and pause the video now. So for the triangle sum method, the sum of the measures equal 180 degrees. So first we need to find the measure of angle y, and we're going to use supplementary angles or a straight angle at up to 180 degrees. So we have y plus 80 equals 180 degrees. Subtract 180 from both sides, and we get y equals 100. Now we can go ahead and take the sum of the three measures, and they should equal 180 degrees. So we have y plus 4x plus 2 plus 30 equals 180 degrees. Now we're going to go ahead and combine like terms. 100 plus 2 plus 130 equals 132. Inverse property of addition is subtraction, so we subtract 132 from both sides, and we get 4x equals 48. Divide by both sides by 4, and we get x equals 12. Now, if you were asked to find the measure of angle PQR, you would substitute x with the value of 12. 4 times 12 is 48, plus 2 is 50. So the measure of this angle is 50 degrees. Now for the exterior angle method, the two remote interior angles equals the exterior angle. So we have the two remote interior angles equaling the exterior angle. Now we're going to go ahead and combine like terms. 30 plus 2 is 32. Inverse property of addition is subtraction. We subtract 32 from both sides. And we get 4x equals 48. Divide both sides by 4, and you get x equals 12. And again, if you needed to find the measure of angle PQR, substitute x with the value of 12. 4 times 12 is 48, plus 2 is 50.